In honor of the life and the distinguished military career of the fallen general who lost his life not just while in office, but in active military duty, the nation will observe a period of 3 days of mourning commencing tomorrow, the 19th of April, 2024. During this time of national mourning, the Kenya flag, the Kenya Defense Forces flag, the East African Community flag, and flags of all formations of the military shall fly at half-mast in the Republic of Kenya and in Kenya missions abroad. Poleni sana. This is a very sad moment, a moment of great sadness. For me, as the Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, it is a tragic moment for the Kenya Defense Forces fraternity, and it is a most unfortunate day for the nation at large. Our motherland has lost one of her most valiant generals. We have also lost gallant officers, servicemen, and women. The demise of General Ogolla is a painful loss to me, and certainly the sorrow we all feel about this passing on is shared by all of the people of Kenya, and most especially the KDF fraternity. A distinguished four-star general has fallen in the course of duty and in the service of country. I convey my deepest condolences to all families that are grieving this untimely loss and our mourning nation as well. May the Almighty God rest their souls in peace and grant their families fortitude at this time of very deep sorrow. I also wish quick recovery to the 2 injured soldiers in this accident who are now in hospital. The Kenya Air Force has constituted and dispatched an air investigation team to establish the cause of the air crash.
Here in Kenya, we have made great strides in improving the metrics for our children, particularly in health and education. But our systems are occasionally tested to the core by disruptions that compromise the access and rights of children to quality health services. Presently, we have a crisis now in its 5th week, caused by the shutdown of our entire public health system, by medical practitioners or professionals demanding better pay and employment of medical interns. And indeed, I came here also to say that as much as we may have an industrial issue, our partnership with the professionals in the health sector can never be downplayed and should never be underrated. So it is for me to show that in spite of what is going on, we shall have logical dialogue and ultimately be able to resolve the issues that we are facing. It is my hope that your evidence-based knowledge will be tabled and more actively used to achieve convergence on difficult and complex issues, such as the current debate on the national wage bill. But I don't think it's as complex as what I saw Professor Tolly dealing with here. And I can tell you it was so refreshing because even for me, he has helped me understand AI a little more than I knew. I was strutting around as if I knew something about it. But I've just realized that there's more to it than you can imagine. So thanks to your conversation this afternoon, which was broadened our understanding in this space.
Kiswahili nisijiaibishe. I will switch to English. Daktari Mbwe. Waziri Mkuu, tunaingia moja kwa moja katika programu yetu na nachukua fursa hii.
Okay, there we go. Thank you. Asante. Thank you very much. Good.
Kenya has made great progress in improving child health indicators. The under 5 mortality has reduced from a high of 115 per 1,000 children live births in 2003 to 41 deaths per 1,000 live births in 2022. However, newborn mortality has stagnated at 21 deaths per 1,000 live births and accounts for 51% of the deaths among children under 5 years. One month old, the ones who are only 1 month, newborns, are contributing to the 51% of the deaths for under 5 children. So we know where our focus is now. By 2030, we should have lowered the under 5 mortality to less than 25 deaths per 1,000 live births and newborn mortality to 12. So our target of 2030 and where we are now is almost 100 times, double. And the time we have is too short. With 2030 being only 6 years away, we have to double and even triple our efforts to do this. Achieving the SDG targets will require strategy, fortitude, and commitment to the end.
You play an extremely important role. And a few days ago, we were having a conversation because even in foreign affairs, we have countries that come up and say, we have signed an MOU, we shall offer 200 scholarships from this country, we shall offer 300 from this country. But sitting here and listening, I think I need to engage you a little more, and the ones who are talking to me outside there, because we can't just be taking scholarships. that are taking us nowhere. We must be very targeted on what we want to achieve and what we get out of it. And if we engage with professionals like you, you can enrich our conversation with our partners, our development partners, so that we can have proper focus and have the capacity that is required, focused and directed in the right direction.